Tacos Cruise-in at the Lupe Tortilla Tex-Mex in Katy, Texas. Coming up, we'll be talking to some of the participants in today's Cruise-in. Mike Mars reviews our new car of the week, the 2022 Ford F-150 Tremor. No, it has not had a stroke. Plus, we'll have the upcoming events calendar along with this week's automotive news headlines and car talk galore. Just ahead on the In Wheel Time Car Talk Show. Howdy. Along with Mike out of this world Mars, King Conrad DeLong. We need more Jeff Zekin.
We do.
Chief Engineer David Ainsley. I'm Don Armstrong. Glad you could join us on this Saturday. It is a spectacular day. I don't know what the current temperature is. Somewhere in the 50s. Going to go up to mid-70s today. You know, one of the first things I learned in broadcasting, never eat right before you go on the air. I can't help it because the tacos are so good here. This is Tailpipes and Tacos.
It is.
So we can eat the tacos, but not the tailpipes.
Well, if you want to get down there and go for that tailpipe, you just go for it.
Well, it looks like Andy Miller brought Laureline with him, that Ford panel van.
Yeah. Good morning, gents. How's everybody?
Hunky-dory. Glad
Good.
to be here.
Yeah, it's wonderful to be here. A beautiful day. And we did the setup this morning here at Tailpipes and Tacos in record time, and I don't know why. We got here and got down to business because normally it's like, 1 minute before we go on the air.
Stop. You're jinxing it. You're jinxing it.
I prefer to look at it like we've been doing this for how many years?
We finally got one right.
We don't know that yet.
Well, yeah, we're on the air. We can hear it, and we got some folks chatting with us. Brad Thompson's on there with us. Lisa Bridges.
Pardon me just a moment.
Oh, gosh, he's going to eat while we're doing this. And, we're starting to get some cars.
Absolutely.
Some gorgeous cars. That Barracuda Formula S. What a neat little car that is. There is a McLaren, and I'm not versed enough in McLarens to know exactly which one that is. Somebody just pulled in, and it looks to be a 66 big block Corvette convertible. Some real great toys, 57 Chevy, 55 Chevy.
And to that point, Conrad, when you do come out here, make sure you register your vehicle.
Yeah, come on up here towards the broadcast desk, and over here to your left of the broadcast desk is Biff, and actually we've got the awards out there. And we'll be giving out 3 trophies today, one for Best Hot Rod, one for Best Classic, and one for Best Modern. I think of the 3 categories of it.
Modern Classic.
So if you want to come up and have an opportunity for an award, you got to get registered.
These aren't participation awards.
But you have to participate to get one.
Exactly.
So,
by the way, we are on iHeart. I checked it, and we're sounding good.
Beautiful. Well, welcome, iHeart
I know we're on
listeners.
Facebook. George joined us on Facebook. Ruse, how you doing? How you doing after all those surgeries?
Oh, boy.
Lisa says she wished she could be here. There's a lot of other stuff going on in town as well, so we're glad to have the turnout we have
And
here.
when you're here, you can get tacos, breakfast tacos, and they have mimosas and Bloody Marys.
Bloody Marys,
Yep.
coffee,
Coffee.
let me tell you something.
and a good time.
I told Toby, the manager of the restaurant, I said, I've got to stay away from the Bloody Marys. Because,
You're a lot more fun when you've had
I
7 or 8
know,
of them.
I know.
But you become slightly belligerent at that point.
Belligerent, and I slur my
You
words
did say
just
7
a bit.
or 8. 7 or 8.
I did say that. I can't find my notes
Oh, no.
They're under your taco.
about the categories, and the first of all, the hot rod that takes in all of those that don't fall under the
Modern.
classic or modern classic. So classic is going to be pre-63. Modern classic is 63 to 2002. And then hot rod kind of covers everything in between. So Biff's going to categorize your car. We got some beautiful trophies. I posted those on Facebook just the other day.
Yep.
The Lupe Tortillas logo.
Yes, the chili pepper trophies. And so we're going to be giving those away in the 10 o'clock hour this morning. So,
And it's a red hot chili pepper.
got to be present to win, and
They're
we
not
encourage
hatched.
you to
Hatch
stick
are green.
around. Pardon me?
Hatch are green chilies, aren't they?
No, they're not.
Oh, these are not hatched.
No, these are red hot chili peppers.
Okay.
Kind of like me.
They
The
should
Red
name
Hot
a
Chili
band after that. That would be great.
Wouldn't that be awesome?
Yeah, the Red Hot Chili Peppers. Thank you very much.
Be better than the green hatch chili peppers.
Oh.
That just doesn't have the same.
Registration's
vibe to it.
over here. Tacos are inside.
You know, it seems like
We
it's a
need a
little
tip
bit
jar.
distorted in
need
my
a tip
headset,
jar.
and I'm not exactly
It's
sure
only when
why.
Is it
when
just
me,
Conrad
David?
hollers.
Don, we thought
La-
you were distorted for years.
Ladies and gentlemen, David Ainsley, our chief engineer, is here, and
And he's
And
real.
here, let me just go ahead and say it right before you do. It's all your fault, Don.
Things went so much smoother with David here
Exact.
than it does.
I was thinking the same.
Than it
He
does
needs
when
to-
we're in the studio, and Mars is
He needs to be in the
adding
studio.
stuff and subtracting stuff and messing with the
It's one of those
wires.
things. So this is a car talk show, and we're going to talk about cars here just momentarily once we get through this awkward kind of intro thing. We need to get a couple of the, I guess Mars has gone out to get some of the participants into this morning's show, or has he gone to the
No,
restroom?
he's
No, I
plugging
think he was-
wires.
Mars, would you
He's moving
please go out
wires.
there and find somebody for us? What?
Yep,
Oh,
he had to
pencil.
find his pencil.
Great. So this is a long time. We haven't been here in 5 months.
November? was the last time we were here?
Was it November or October? Might have been November because we didn't. We was going to have the
We didn't do
December show.
Christmas.
We're going to have the December show, and it got weathered out.
Right.
Yeah.
And so this is the new format. This is our first show on the new format because Stan wanted to give this quarterly thing a try, and so far so good.
Yeah.
And this is what we're going to call the spring show, and then in June we're going to have the summer show,
And since
Father's Day
we're
weekend.
national.
And I bet you in what, September we'll have the fall show.
Well, we are a national show, so this is the Spring Nationals.
Yes, as a matter of fact, okay. Well, in our own mind. Yes, and to let everybody know that we are on iHeartRadio, and if you'll download the iHeartRadio app on your phone, you can take us with you anywhere. The beauty of that is that it will have our live program on there when we're live, and then it will also have past shows on there. So get this, 24/7.
In real time.
In real time, 24/7. God knows what you're going to get because
Going to have fun because we
Yes.
have a lot of fun doing the show.
and as we progress through the weeks, we will also add those to our 24/7 broadcast. So ultimately, there will be shows that are quite deep. Deep.
We go deep here? I thought we were all very topical.
Yeah, well,
You having a problem there, Don?
just trying to get comfortable here. Well, I really do like that pickup truck.
Oh, that is gorgeous.
It's for sale.
Yeah.
It's,
Is it a 56?
Mid-50s Chevy, 5-window.
You've
Yeah.
got room in your driveway.
I do not. By the way, I have to give you a little car story about the 2001 Corvette. So when I bought it from Greg Enders several years ago, it has a 10-disc CD changer that's in the baggage compartment in the back of the Corvette, hidden underneath.
Which was the top-of-the-line feature of those days.
It was an
And the
option.
placement for it.
It was an option, and it has never worked. And I thought, no big deal. I don't
Kinda
really
like
care.
its owner.
Really don't care about it. So I've decided that I'm going to use that area back there. It's kind of a well, if you will, back behind the bumper. And the problem is that 10-disc CD changer sticks out in the well. It's bolted to the side of the well. And you get back there and you take the cartridge out of it and put new CDs in it and stick it back in there, and you leave it alone, and you advance it on the radio and the dashboard.
Right.
Well, I want to take it out of there because it
Takes
takes
up space.
It takes up space, and I really want to put an ice chest back there. And to do that, it takes up too much room. So I thought I'd just take it out of there. So I take it out of there, and I have to unbolt it from the bracket, okay? And the bracket sticks out in there, and I'm thinking, it's going to be a pain
So
to get to the...
now you're going to unbolt the bracket.
I haven't done that yet. So I took the CD changer out. I'm going to go, well, let me see why this thing's not working. You know, I can't leave it alone, right?
Investigative.
It's not
So
plugged in.
I take the cartridge out, and I look in there, and there are 2 CDs stuck in there, thinking, oh, that's what the problem is. So I fart around with it for, I don't know, an hour, dig those 2 CDs out of the thing, and thinking, it's going to work now. Not.
It ate the next CD.
It ate. I just put the same CDs in. They weren't mine. Put the same CDs in there and ate them both.
Well, the CD could have been the problem. Was why he's eating it.
It ain't.
Well, but these were probably Greg's CDs, and didn't you say one of them was the Monkees?
Yeah,
the Monkees' greatest hits.
Yeah, that was it. Greatest Monkees.
So I.
And the other one was the Fabulous Thunderbirds.
No, ABBA.
ABBA. That's a Greg Enders.
Monkeys and ABBAs.
So I took them out again, and I just said, screw this. I'm not going to get it fixed. I'm not going to spend the money and do all of that.
No,
I'm not.
You are so anal retentive.
No, I'm not. I'm not. So now the bracket's in there. Got to get the bracket out. Well, the bolts for the bracket are
Mount from the
behind
other
all
side.
of this carpeting that is all stuck in there, because it's not like carpeting that you can peel out of there. It's kind of hard. You know what I'm saying?
Kind of sprayed in.
No, it's not sprayed
No,
in.
I mean the glue was sprayed on both sides and
No,
attached.
it's formed to fit, right? So now I'm going to have to disassemble the carpet area in the back, which takes in all of the plastic surrounds and everything else that's in there.
Or you could go get a cutting wheel and just cut it off.
Or
Start the back of the car on fire.
take a sledgehammer and just bend those ears from that bracket back.
No.
Or a Sawzall.
The Sawzall.
I'm not going to do either one. I'm going to take that bracket out if it kills me,
And
which
it
may.
might.
It may.
So if anybody's got a left rear quarter for a Corvette,
No, it'd be actually the entire rear bumper cover and
bumper
all
cover.
that.
Well,
But it
Mars
is-
brought us a guest.
All right, Mr. Mars, it's your turn.
Yeah, so we noticed earlier that when it came in back out here in the far corner, I'm not sure that we can see it with the other camera, but there is a 1936, surprisingly international C1 truck sitting out there.
Oh, cool.
Now, I mean, it doesn't look like any international truck I ever seen. So it
A
belongs
bit rat
to
rotted.
Richard Molina, and he's got a rather interesting story about it.
Yeah, so about 10 years ago, couldn't sleep on the internet looking on eBay for cars. Not because I wanted to buy one, just because I was just looking at them.
That's never a good thing. You know that.
Yes, yes,
you know
I
that
know.
now.
And I always liked different cars. I have a 46 business coupe, Ford business coupe, so those are kind of rare. And then I have a completely remodded 1929 Roadster pickup that's down to the ground, and I built a 1955 baby Hemi in it. So this one was different than everything you see out in the car shows, the car scene and stuff. And I was like, oh, that's pretty neat. And it wasn't finished. Young guy started building it, probably in his late 20s, early 30s, and had a baby come in. Wife said, sell it. It's been on eBay for
Sell the baby?
Yeah, sell the wife. And had been on eBay for over 6 months. I sent him a message, say, hey, if it doesn't sell, let's talk. So it didn't sell. He sent me a message and said, this is what I can offer. He goes, oh, that's too little. I was like, okay, if you change your mind, let me know. Next day I get a message, say, hey, when can you be here? And I said, as long as it takes me to go get my trailer and be in Dallas, about 5 hours. I says, but don't welch on me when I get there.
Yeah, really.
And so I get there, and it's pouring down rain. And it had none of the glass. Like I said, it wasn't finished yet, but it was at a point where it was drivable. And it had some really, I call them ugly, but he had some like 18-wheeler type smokestacks coming out the side.
yeah, I call those ugly.
Yeah, and I was like, oh, that's the first thing I'm taking off. I literally got home. I took those things off. They just look horrendous. But everybody has their own style. And I had a small block 327 in there. I put a B&M blower 140. Coming back from Lucky's Run about 6 years ago, I blew the engine up just right here outside of Sealy.
Why?
Were you beating on it?
Stupid.
Beating
Beating on it. And So then now it has a properly built 355 for the small blower that it has on there. It's very dependable. I've driven that car to Pomona twice.
From Houston to Pomona.
From Houston to Pomona, we went to the Roadster.
I bet you it attracts a lot of attention driving down the
It
highway.
does. People go, "You drove that shit from Texas?" Oh, excuse me. We're in the radio.
It's okay. We've heard worse.
And how many gas stations to the mile?
A lot. At that point, I was probably getting about 8 miles to the gallon.
Oh wow!
But it's been a very dependable car. I could get in it, turn it on, and it goes. It has an air ride on it also, so it rides pretty comfortably. Believe it or not, the seats that it has in there are farming types seats that came out of you can buy at Tractor Supply.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, but they're very comfortable, and they're small because we needed something small for the
Not a lot
for the
of
truck.
room in there.
There's not a lot of room.
So what's the differential ratio?
It has a 411 rear end. So
And it
Got to wind it up.
I was
Keep
gonna
that
say,
blower going.
That's a long, loud ride to
Yeah.
Pomona.
Oh yeah, I actually wear hearing aids now because I went open headers the
What?
second year. Yeah.
What?
Yeah, bring the mic in a little closer.
I lost my hearing from one of those trips to Pomona with open headers, and I lost.
But it doesn't have headers on it now. I
No.
noticed. It's the manifolds.
It has proper mufflers in it. I bought some Smithies that are round and they fit perfectly underneath.
Okay,
So-
nice.
So you said when you bought it, it didn't have any glass.
Didn't have any glass. The interior was not finished either. I mean, it had rug in it. That was the carpet. Seats weren't done. The panels weren't done. The roof wasn't done. No glass.
So what did you do for glass in it?
Pretty much just made some molds
Okay.
with cardboard and just took them actually to the glass people here off of I-10. And
they made you
they
custom
were able to
fitting.
cut it.
I was going to say, because to find glass for an international pickup truck,
They're very rare, and I mean, there's a whole scene of international
Now,
C1s,
Is that
normal
something
trucks.
you want to keep original? You glass, like a windshield, like you're talking about. Wouldn't it be better, maybe more cost-effective, and really not maybe take away from the value or the look of the vehicle if you do like a Lexan? I mean, are there other options?
It was actually pretty cheap. I actually just cut it out of cardboard, and then I ran it and did it on some harder, type board.
Yeah, I got you. I just wondered if that would be something.
and
that would-
they custom made what you wanted.
They just
detract
cut flat
from the
glass.
vehicle.
He didn't even ask me what it was for. I just said I need some, and I mean, it may not even be proper for automobiles. I mean, I'm sure it shatters and it just because it's still laminated type glass. But
They make that stuff at like Home Depot, don't they? Like the piece of
yeah,
No, Jeff.
one of the kickers is I couldn't find the roll up and roll down
Cranks.
mechanism.
Yeah.
So I ended up having to put electric. That was the only thing I really didn't want to do, but I had no option. I even looked at the 32s Ford to see if I could modify it without then doing a bunch
fit
of
it.
cutting and welding, and I was like, then I was thinking, okay, if I start doing that, I'm going to warp the 10, and I was like, I don't want to go that route. So I ended up just putting electric
That's not
windows in
bad.
it. Yeah.
Well, the truck really catches your eye.
Yeah,
I
it's
mean-
different, yeah.
And we do.
Well,
if those that are watching, I kind of move the camera over to that area. You can see it in the corner.
Yeah, you could see it.
Yeah.
And the cool thing is, when you get to looking at it, that B&M, it's one of the old schools, the small one with the big long
Yeah.
snout to get out there in front of it. So it really looks like it fits the vehicle.
The era.
Yes.
Yeah, and they're rare. I mean, of course, B&M doesn't exist anymore, so it's hard to get parts and stuff. So whenever I see stuff on eBay or wherever, I try to buy it just because you can't find it. Or it's way too expensive. People know what they have, and they're like, I know what I have. So they want a pretty penny for it.
Yep.
So you're trying to find the people who don't know what they have on the eBay marketplace and buy
Yeah,
it quick.
unfortunately, somebody that passed away and their kids just don't know what the hell they have, and they're just fire selling everything. Their dad
Just get rid of it. Cleaning out the garage.
Their dad's rolling over in the grave.
And those are the ones you want. Exactly.
It's like the old joke. Please don't let my wife sell my stuff for what I've
told her I paid for it.
How much money did you put into it after the initial?
I probably, not including the blown up engine, I've probably put in probably close to $10,000. So
That's not bad.
no,
not
I mean
at
I
all.
bought it for 18 and I put probably 10. I mean I could have saved 6 of that from the motor that I blew up, but
Yeah, but still, that's not bad to have such a cool looking vehicle.
Yeah.
Because I'm sure everywhere you park, people come to talk to you
Yeah.
about the car.
yeah,
Kind of like us.
Yeah,
Did you mention what the transmission was?
it's a 700R.
$700.
With a 411. And I've actually taken it to the track in Temple when the nostalgic races are happening there, and I'll just put some drag racers on there on the rear and take it down the track.
And what kind of times?
It's slow, but it's
fun.
It's fun. It's probably mid-10s.
That's not bad.
That's not slow.
Well,
For a street car?
Danny, my neighbor, he's
that with the
72
with the
Yeah, he
55?
has a 55, and he races a Studebaker, and he's got like 800 horsepower in his. And I'm like, dude, that body and frame can't handle 800 horsepower because more power. He wants more horsepower. He's been racing since he's telling me stories that when he was 15, 16, his friend's grandmother bought a brand new 55. They took the engine out of the V8 out of it over a weekend, put it in a junker to go race it, and then put it back without her knowing.
Why
So
not?
the story he tells me, and I'm like, wow. And he's been racing ever since then. I mean, he's
And he can't borrow your car anymore, right?
yeah, no, he borrowed my car. I've learned more off of him than, but I always mess with him because he's always got bolts laying around in his garage. He says, Danny, this would drive me crazy. How do you know they don't belong in the car? He just kind of shrugs his shoulder and he goes,
It's
leftovers.
Yeah,
always
leftovers.
leftovers.
I always had leftovers.
Exactly.
Yeah. Hey, man, it's great to talk to you. Thanks
Yeah,
so much for
no
stopping
problem. Thank
by.
you, guys.
We appreciate it.
All
Good
right.
luck in today's competition.
Thank you.
Yep. All right. Thanks for being with us today. We are at the Lupe Tortilla Tex-Mex out here on the Grand Parkway at Kingsland Boulevard and in Katy. And we invite you to stop by. We're here till 11 o'clock this morning. This is the Tailpipes and Tacos Cruise-in, and this is the spring edition. And this is going to be a great show, and we're going to be giving away trophies here in another hour and a half. And then we'll all celebrate. It's going to be good. All right, time now for the events calendar. Now that you've got a mouthful of food,
You waited till I took a bite.
we can pause. You want us to stop and you let
Nope.
Mars do his review?
No, I'm good.
Okay.
Well, tonight is Nifty 50s up in the Woodlands.
Yes.
Of course, the Kima Car Meet. And Nifty 50s now starts at 4. The Kima Car Meet starts at 6. Also tonight is at 6 p.m. is the Vintage Car Meetup at Twisty Treat on Fry Road in Cypress. And that starts at 6 p.m. to 9 p.m. Older cruise-ins is no entry fee. Also tonight from 3 to 7 is the Elite Madness Car Meet at Bombshells down in Pearland. And then tomorrow is the finale for TX2K at Cafe Mall Wall Express at 7609 Westheimer Road. And I'll tell you, you want to go see some cool cars, you want to go see there. TX2K brings a lot of high-level exotics. They're out at Baytown. I drove through there yesterday.
Kind of like me. I'm a high-level exotic.
You're exotic.
Well, exotic, yeah. We'll go
I don't
with
know.
that.
Are you high? You're not level because you're kind of bent.
Exotic dancer.
It's like a carrot.
They have pills for that.
So, if you want later today or tonight, go out to TX2K. And then tomorrow at noon to 3 p.m., Cars and Cocktails at Clutch Bar on Washington Avenue.
How do you do cocktails? Well, let's not even get into that.
Let's not get
All right, time now for this hour's car review. Mr. Mars had a chance to drive the Ford F-150 Tremor.
Hold on.
Yes, sir.
I
No,
got
we're not holding on.
review.
Just go ahead,
So
Mars.
the F-150 Tremor, this is based on the 4x4 Super Cat, or Super Crew, excuse me. And it's a new design in 2021, which represents the 14th generation of the F-150, which I know it's been around a while, but I didn't realize that. It comes in 6 primary trim levels, and then the Tremor and the Raptor are additional trim levels that you can get on it. So we had the Tremor, 4-wheel drive package. It kind of sits in between the 4x4 and the Raptor. It's kind of a luxury type off-road vehicle before you get really into the full-blown off-road. So it's a full-size half-ton pickup. Seats 6 passengers with a proper front seat, bench seat. It has the new grille up front on it, and it's got a Tremor orange stripe on it, and it's got a lot of touches on the badging that are in that Tremor orange to give it that special touch. Got LED lighting, fog lights, automatic headlights. It's got a power tailgate with a power lock. So when you lock the doors, it locks the tailgate as well. And and then it's also got the the tailgate step on it. And this one came with the Pro Power onboard system. Now, this is a 2-kilowatt generator, kind of like a hybrid system that you can use it. You can plug into the bed of the truck. You can plug into power tools and things like that up to 2 kilowatts. There's 2 higher levels, but we had the 2 kilowatt set up. We also had the optional 36-gallon fuel tank on this vehicle.
Did it need it?
Not when I was driving it. I mean, it'll easily go, I think it had a 600-mile range or something close to it. I mean,
it's like $140 to fill it up.
Today's market is probably $200. And we happened to be rolling on the 18-inch alloy wheels that had the dark spokes on them, so it was a really nice touch to go with the darker color vehicle that we had. Now, inside this vehicle, we had the 8-inch center screen on it, but there's a 12-inch monitor that's available. So you're sitting into black leather seating, and the front seats are heated and cooled, and you can reach up and touch the center stack, and that's where you're going to find your 360 degree camera that you can see all around the vehicle whenever you're backing up. And we also had the B&O Unleashed sound system. Now, this is an 18-speaker sound system inside this.
It used to be a railroad, didn't it? The B&O Railroad?
Yes, it did. A monopoly.
I think B&O stands for Bang & Olufsen.
Yes, it does in this case.
In this case.
Yes. So, also, it's got a 60/40 rear seat that lifts, but underneath that, they've got kind of a fold-out partitioned storage area that otherwise it's a flat floor, which I really like the flat floor back there, unless you decide to use this for that storage system. So it's got a lot of room on the inside of it, and the front seats recline way back. Now, to make this go up
How would you know that?
Well, I had to test it.
Did you sleep in the truck, Mike?
No, I did not.
You slept in the truck.
No, I did not.
Yeah, you did.
No, last week when I came
Becky,
to the studio.
he slept in the truck.
She knows. She's the one who kicked him out.
Yeah, that's right. Just got tired of the couch. So we had the 3.5-liter Ecoboost V6 Turbo. Now, this is part of it had the hybrid system, the mild hybrid system, that because of the power boost system that's on it. And altogether, it's like 400 horsepower, 265 pound-feet of torque. And it's backed by a 10-speed automatic transmission. Now, you can rig this vehicle up to it'll tow 12,700 pounds. And a haul rating is like 1,700 pounds. So it's easy half-ton truck. Fill it up with the stuff. EPA says you should be looking for about 16 miles to the gallon in the city. You should be looking for 20 on the highway and combined 18. Now, I got 16 over the 323 miles.
Yeah,
Did you really?
Yeah, I did.
I'm surprised.
Well, I made 2 trips to Houston, so I had a lot of highway miles
Just set
on
the
it.
cruise on it.
Yes, exactly. And what I really liked about it was the 10-speed. It's backed by that 10-speed, and it doesn't have to hunt for gears. You really don't notice there's 10 speeds there. Even when you step off in it and it starts downshifting, it jumps so many gears and does it so smooth that you really don't notice there's that many there. Now, the base trim price on this vehicle is $49,505. However, because we had the Tremor package added onto it, and that's basically all that was added on top of it, it did push it up with a hybrid system and everything else. $69,005 is the MSRP is driven out. If you're looking for something to compare it to, you might look at the Ram 1500 crew cab. It's going to start at $35,600. The Chevy 1500 crew cab is going to start at $35,600. The Tundra even starts at $33,300. So depending on where you're at, I didn't go in and get the 4x4 packages and all that other stuff, but the base price on them is all pretty well the same once you get in that full-size pickup truck level.
All right. Thank you, sir. The In Wheel Time Car Talk Show is now part of the iHeart family and available 24/7 at iHeart.com and through the iHeart app. Just look for In Wheel Time Car Talk. We will stream on Facebook, YouTube, Twitch, and InWheelTime.com too. Heck, we're everywhere. In Wheel Time Car Show continues right after this quick break.
Father's Day weekend, Saturday, June 18th, 2022. It's the next Tailpipes and Tacos Cruise-in, and you're invited. Tailpipes and Tacos Father's Day edition will be at the same Lupe Tortilla in Katy, 8 to 11 a.m. on Saturday, June 18th. It's the only place cruisers compete for trophies and other prizes. Enter your vehicle for Best Hot Rod, Best Classic, and Best Modern Classic. Tailpipes and Tacos is Houston's coolest cruise-in and is your opportunity to see the best hot rods, show cars, classics, and resto mods, and get Lupe Tortilla breakfast tacos and adult beverages. There's no entry fee, and cars will automatically compete for custom Lupe trophies and other prizes. It all happens at the Lupe Tortilla Tex-Mex in Katy on the Grand Parkway at Kingsland Boulevard, just south of I-10. Kick off summer with Tailpipes and Tacos Father's Day edition, Saturday, June 18th. The In Real Time Car Talk Show will be there too. Celebrate Father's Day, the start of summer, and the return of Tailpipes and Tacos. Saturday morning, June 18th, 8 to 11. We'll see you then, weather permitting.
Mecum Auctions, the world's largest collector car auction company, returns to Houston March 31st through April 2nd at NRG Center. Featuring 1,000 muscle cars, Corvettes, trucks, customs, and more. Broadcast live on Motor Trend TV and Motor Trend Plus. We welcome everyone to Houston to bid in person, and enhanced online bidding and telephone options make it easy to join the Mecum experience from anywhere in the world. Register to bid now at Mecum.com.
The In Real Time Car Talk Show is now part of the iHeart family. Now you'll have access to 24/7 Car Talk anytime you need a fix. Just download the iHeart Radio app and ask for In Real Time Car Talk, and there we are. Be sure to save us in your iHeart library for instant access. No matter where you are, you have the best Car Talk Show right on your PC, laptop, or mobile device and never have to worry about finding us again. Of course, you can always get access to our video and audio streams via InRealTime.com and your favorite podcast channel, and all of this is free to you. From the iHeartRadio app, you'll not only hear our Saturday morning live show, but the best shows of the past, updated weekly. Never miss a minute of up-to-date new car reviews, pre-owned reviews, Conrad's Car Clinic, informative interviews, automotive news, and the most fun car talk show on the planet. Just download the iHeartRadio app, search for In Real Time Car Talk, save it to your library, and with a tap of the icon, you'll be in touch with your favorite Car Talk team. In Real Time Car Talk, streaming now on iHeart.com/InRealTimeCarTalk.